Welcome to the Back Bigoted Backyard Media. It's your occasional host, K2 Slay, aka Kayla Song, and I'm here with.
Hi, I'm Marcellus. I got many names, but we're gonna get to that later. How you doing, Miss Song?
I'm doing so well. And how about yourself?
I'm doing good. Just got back in town, still waking up. So
Yes, I see
yes.
you've been in New York.
Yes.
Just doing stuff, doing everything. So, Marcellus, who is Marcellus?
Shoot, to be honest, I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. If I'm being real, I think Marcellus is trial and error. Just going day by day, just figuring out what this life experience is. I used to be somebody that tried to operate of I need all the answers and all of that, but now it's just like, so be it. Just living life.
Just live your truth.
I'm just me. That's who Marcellus is. I is him.
Heck yeah. So, by living your truth, what are some ways that you live your truth? What do you do?
I operate off of waves, to be honest. Where it's like I make music when I feel the most I make music when it's the most emotional time too. Where it's like I don't find the song finds me. So other than that, I just be working, I just be chilling. Like, trying to find balance. Working a full-time job and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I could go deep into that. But yeah, my music creating atmosphere is just off of just gravity.
Yeah, but instead of trying to I need to write this, you wait till it comes to you.
Yes.
Wait till the moment arises where you feel inspired, would you say?
Yes. Like, I get my most inspirational moments when I go visit my family, coming back from Delaware. I was on the train riding. If I'm going through some type of scarcity in my life, I feel like I don't know what's going on. I get inspired to write right there. Like, it got to be a moment where something got to give type thing. That makes sense.
That does make sense. That's great. Like, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But this isn't about me. Anyways, but speaking of when you create and so when you feel inspired, what does that process look like when you're say you get inspired? Like, does it come to you already, or do you get a little whisper and then you build upon?
Yeah, it's a combination of both where it's like on one hand, I know the destination, I just don't know the route. Where it's like, okay, I know I want to talk about this. I'm going to use this as a bar. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but it's going to be awesome. And those be the songs where it might take a month or two. I'm rewriting it 3-4 times. And then there's another time where I prefer this one, where it just comes to me. I hear a beat for the first time and it whispers. It does whisper. Like, I could make a song. It would take me forever. At the same time, I hear a beat nice and fresh, and it takes me 30 minutes to write. You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Just going with the flow.
Just going with the flow.
You don't know where it's going, but you know it's going to be awesome.
Exactly. Like, when I have a song with an actual idea and a structure, those be faster to make than just words.
When you're trying to just
collage. Just fill up the stat sheet type thing.
Yeah. It's more meaningful when it comes to you naturally.
Yes, for sure.
I have a question.
What's up?
Who is KENZO?
KENZO. So I thought I was being original when I first made that name up. I was walking down the street just making up random sounds and shit, and I landed on KENZO.
So it is original then?
Yes.
Because you didn't hear it anywhere else?
No, I was thinking kinetic energy, KENZO. I look it up. I'm seeing mad different KENZO. Shout out to KENZO B and all that. But I was like, okay, all caps, period. In the end of the day, it's a lot better than the last name I was going by.
Which was? Dare tell.
Fuck it. It was actually worsen. Worsen. It made no sense. It made sense to me, but it made no sense.
Okay, so how did it make sense to you? What does that mean?
It was supposed to be like a antonym, just living in scarcity. And when I first started rapping, I was very much influenced by my contemporaries. So that was a lot of Earl Sweatshirt, a lot of Z Loopers. So around that time, it was a lot of, self reflecting, going through the mud type music. So I was really in a, I don't want to say low vibrational state, but definitely vulnerable. Definitely vulnerable. What was me? So Worsen came out of that. And I was like, it don't make sense to me anymore. I don't want to be fucking sad all the time and shit. Acknowledge my emotions, but worsen is not it. And I was like, what if I could just go by my name, Marcellus?
That's a beautiful name.
It is.
Yes.
I I guess so. I guess so. But yeah, I just go by many names. What people want to call me, it is what it is.
And do you think that your many names are a reflection of the state of mind that you were in during that time?
Yes. I mean, nah, I'm just having fun. Different aliases.
Yeah.
Kind of like a comic making his own characters, making his own different suits for Spider-Man. Spider-Man don't got just one suit. He got 20 different suits. So
that's a good way to think of it.
And also, I guess Kenzo is the only one that came out of thin air. Everything else kind of had a plan already, or it was given to me, type thing. Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of, I know you mentioned your influences. Who where do you draw a lot of your inspiration from?
My peers. Like when I first started, I was feeling like I was in catch up, where like they was already doing dope things, and I was like, man, in order for me to stay in this room, I gotta act the part. I gotta be like I belong. So it was really like boot camp for me, where everybody was just another Wednesday. So I always already viewed my friends like Davey, Jalen. I was like, yo, these guys is nice. And that was it for me. I want to be good as my friends. Yeah.
So as knowing the genre that you're in like the rap genre, do you ever feel like as a black man in this specific genre, do you ever feel like you have to show up a certain way? And or if so, do you when you're trying to be authentic, do you ever feel like you can't exactly show up that way? Or no? Or you have no problem with being your authentic self?
I got no problem. Honestly, it's all about reading the room. You're not gonna act a fool in front of like your family or X, Y, Z. I think it's all about location. So,
environment.
It's all about location. I read the room and then I act accordingly after that type thing. To be honest.
Yeah, because I'm noticing you have a little bit of a different style, like a different. It's kind of giving like alternative side of things. When I was stalking your Instagram, I did notice a trend, and with that being said, do you draw inspiration from anywhere, like with your style or with your the music that you make? I was listening to your album All Black Everything, and I noticed it had a similar trend throughout each of the songs. It was kind of giving like a nostalgia type of I don't even, it all kind of had a similar feeling behind it. What was the inspo behind that?
If I could compare my music to the way I dress, comfortable. It's all about feeling comfortable within yourself. We had that era of skinny jeans, 2011, and it coming around every now and then, and that comes with living in the fad. But once you live for yourself, you realize what you want to do, what you want to wear. And I just recently started buying a pair of jeans for me. I've always wear sweatpants or some type of khaki or something, nice and baggy. But yeah, and it's always evolving too. It's always evolving. I never had the thought of trying to be the flyest. Just be the most comfortable.
Exactly, be the best who you can be.
But with a clean white tee. Gotta have a clean white tee.
So, what themes do you find yourself returning to in your music, if there are any?
Self-discovery. I'll say Black Mirror-esque.
Elaborate on that.
I had this one line where I was like, draw caution with your sights. Sometimes seeing all black will let you see the light. And
Ooh.
that's just like a spirituality thing where it's like, got to go through the hardships and able to see the positive results.
Yeah.
And also, everything isn't meant for everybody type thing. Going through rabbit holes, going through this, that, the third type thing. It's like, it could really cause a toll on the brain. Being fixated on things that we don't even understand, we can't even fathom. How are you doing as a person? Did you take your vitamins yet? I can't worry about the outside world before I get myself in line.
Mm.
I don't know. Selfish does sometimes, unfortunately. But I got love for the world, though. I got love for you and you.
Me too.
And you too, James. It's all love.
Talk to me about your process, songwriting process. What's the alter ego you turn into when you're like getting down and dirty with the music?
I call it Cousin Kenny. It's focus and willpower. You know, I go through the same thing when I'm making music and I'm taking it serious. You know, so I'm like taking my shoes off, do a couple jumping jacks, get the heart pumping. Breath work.
Music, dance around.
I actually know music.
Really?
No music. If preferably light a candle, drink some hot water, and then when it's time, just strike. I conserve my energy until I fully attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
How about you? What's your creating process like?
I'm not real. This is about you, but I'll answer. Honestly, it's whatever circumstance I am. I remember writing my first song. I was literally at work and just in this little room, and it had a really good echo, and I'm just singing, and then all of a sudden I started like tapping out a beat with like a pen, actually tapping out a beat, and then it just like kind of flowed through me. Yeah,
it be like that sometimes.
It do be like that, and I just wrote a whole song in that like a couple minutes. It was beautiful. Why Ethan Hunt?
That's a good question. Why Ethan Hunt? That's okay. Basically saying, you know what? It's funny that we're here. So, little story. So like 2017, 2016, I'm part of this thing called 100 Miles of College. It was an all boys group thing, and we was just taught self affirmation. We went to different colleges, gained that experience and just connections, all that good stuff. By the end of the ceremony, we're in that auditorium, and the dude was talking, and I wish I knew his name, but at the end of it, he was just like, you know, there's this show back in the day, they made movies now called Mission Impossible, about them doing the impossible. These are acts that should not be done. And then we changed the perspective from Mission Impossible to Mission Impossible. And I remember me and my boy was there. We was like, bar. It was hard as a bar as any Kanye line you would think of. And it just came around full circle to where it was like, I make my best music when I feel like my back is on the wall, when it's not meant to be done. I told myself with not even all black everything, but my first EP, if I can't finish this EP at a certain amount of time, I'm done. And then it transitioned to all black everything, Black Ethan Hunt. If anybody could get the job done, it's me, Black Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to Tom Cruise. Ish.
Yeah,
Ish.
Yeah, I was like, this is interesting. Black Ethan Hunt. That's what's up. So you work well under pressure, would you say?
Yes.
So is that something you do to yourself to like help also further motivate you?
It just happens. Yeah, I can't stop the rain. But you learn how to dance in it.
Which track or album, whether it's yours or any, best describes you? Like, would you say, that's me right there? This album, if you have one, or like it's similar to you that you resonate with and you feel like represents you.
I'll say there's probably two. Damn, I never really thought of that. I guess my own.
W interviewer.
I guess my own with all black everything. You get more of me. But if there was the album where I listened to and I was like, this guy gets it. Section 80, Kendrick Lamar. 10, 11 years old, getting into my adolescence, listening to that mixtape, and just the peculiar of it, the range, the sonics. I was like, I don't understand this, and that's what made me understood it. just how it was different, and then maybe To Pimp a Butterfly, but yeah,
Maybe the what?
maybe To Pimp a Butterfly. But I was an R&B kid first growing up, so I don't know. Maybe like Maxwell.
Oh,
It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on.
very diverse music.
I got a location album for everywhere. Like right here would be.
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite album? The Jacksons' Victory. I think that was their last group project, last family album.
I'll have to listen to that.
That one was really good. This Place Hotel is probably Michael Jackson's best song. I'm not sure if you heard it before.
What's it called?
This Place Hotel. It's worded different, but like it's fire. It's fire. You know what I'm saying, man? He knows what I am saying. Yeah.
So, you're a Springfield native, correct?
See.
So, is your audience in Springfield? Would you say, like, where do you want who do you want to hear your stuff? Who do you want to reach out to?
I wanted to reach out to anybody who understands. So I get people that tell me they listen to my music once in a while. I get it mostly online than in person because I don't really be outside like that. But
Says the one who just came back from New York.
hi.
All right.
Nah, but for real though, it could be anywhere from Springfield to someone from Venezuela hitting me up, being like, "Yo, I'm listening to your music. It's great. I'm a producer, and I would like to work with you," type thing. So I think that's as far out as my range goes. I don't know where Venezuela is. That's somewhere in South America, right? All right, boom, baby. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about your artistry here in Springfield? Do you feel like you can connect with a lot of the artists here? And that like you'd want to? Is that something like do you have a mission, or you're just living your truth, or you're just kind of flowing through life freely?
Combination. Living life freely and just building that community naturally type thing, just everybody just doing great things and showing appreciation to that, and then vice versa, because there's a lot of great people out here, and it's like they deserve their flowers. And when it's my time to get my flowers, then that's just what it is. I feel like I'm still only just getting started.
Yeah, you're a baby adult.
Nah, because my little cousin just called me an unk the other day. He was like, "Wow, you're pushing 30."
Ooh, she didn't have to do you like that.
That was one of the first times where like time really slowed down. She was like 30. I was like,
wait, how old are you? You're 25?
I'm a quarter.
She's low. She's bugging low key. Like pushing 30 is like 28, 29.
Yeah, but it's okay though.
It's okay.
It's all right. I'm gonna see you when I see you.
So I see that you get a lot of inspiration from your peers and your community. How would you say your community has served you, and also in what ways have you served your community?
Two-way street, I'll say how they served me was they gave me the confidence, they gave me the affirmation that I'm meant to do this. Like, yo, man, I know you're somebody that overthinks yada yada, but you got it. And you don't even know that you got it. And then when I hear them, it's the inspiration like, yo, I could do this. And then when they release, when I release, it's just full circle again. Like, yo, I knew that you could do it. Yo, man, this is why I keep on making this music.
Okay. So rapid question time.
Let's do it.
Would you rather know when you're going to die or how? Just starting off deep right away.
When?
Why?
Because if I'm worried about how, I'm gonna think about every final destination possibility.
Literally.
The door's gonna swing, this pipe's gonna fall and crack my head. I'm gonna die with. Who wants to know that they're gonna die with their meat out? I ain't trying to go out like that. If I'm dying tomorrow, fine, cool. If I'm dying with my pants down like Elvis Presley, I don't want to know that.
Mid dump.
If it happens, so be it.
Wonderful. If you can have any source of knowledge just like beamed into your head, I stole this from James, by the way. If you could like have any knowledge beamed into your head, like say like random, like you know how to speak Spanish, like what would it be? Something randomly, just you know how to do it. You know what it is.
Play all instruments.
Ooh.
Every instrument. I saw this one instrument. It was called a glass harmonica, and it's this big old, looks like a Russian glass vase case thing. It opens up. It got all these tubes. You gotta keep your hands nice and clean, and you play it. And it's a harmonica, and it looks freaking amazing. I would want to know how to play on instruments.
That's sick.
Yes, frequencies are sexy.
They are.
They are.
Oh, they are.
What's your favorite frequency, like instruments?
My favorite instrument, oh, wonderful question. My favorite instrument would be the violin. Violin, electric guitar, anything that kind of sounds like crying, anything that sounds like.
Wallahi, I was just about to say that. Something like a spiritual soul cry.
Yes.
Like a war cry.
Like, it just sounds like, it's like, it just sounds so beautiful. And I remember I played the violin in middle school for a couple years, for a little bit. And it was just beautiful. Like the way people, when they play, it's like they can feel the emotion. It's one of those things that you can kind of feel. The piano, guitar, electric guitar, and like violin.
It hits the bones.
Yeah.
The saxophone.
Oh, wait, I left that out. Me too. I love the saxophone. So, what's something that's like close to your heart or that's been on your head that you want to speak on or show in your music?
The love I have for my family. Being that fly on the wall and not being able to be there all the time, maybe that message gets lost of like the unconditional love. I might not be there physically. I might be thousands of miles away, but the love is going to be the same. You know, I wanted to feel like I'm right there next to you. So coming back from Delaware, seeing my little brother, seeing my little sister, just the growth, just them being just phenomenal people and just seeing what they're going to do, that fills my heart. That gets me going to want to, you know, work on me more. Everybody's getting scholarships, going to college. My little brother's getting tall, man. He's getting tall. I got a little cousin named Mama. His voice is so deep, and they're just smart, intelligent people. And I'm like, I am blessed to be related to these mofos because it's crazy. It's beautiful. That's what I'll say.
Wow,
that's what I'll say. Yeah.
Wow, I really resonate with that.
Yeah,
I really do. Cause
you know the mind is like a fish. You got to keep on swimming or it drowns. Yada yada yada. And who wants to swim alone all the time? Get that little school going. Spread the knowledge.
Yo, so get the school going. Yo, what?
So whenever I'm around my siblings, I just try to give them as much game as possible, or just as much as I know. And I tell them, you know, listen to what people are saying, understand what they're saying, try to understand their perspective, and then just selectively apply that to you.
Ooh.
I'll say.
That's good, yeah.
Because you don't gotta do everything I'm telling you, but if you can at least
understand where you're coming
observing
from,
everything, then you're like, okay, I know what to and what not to do. You're on to the next level. That's all I want. So, yeah.
If you had like to say, if you saw your past self, like say like young Marcellus, like what would you say? Like what would you tell your past self based off the knowledge that you have now?
We figured it out.
We figured it out.
We figured it out. Because, you know, growing up, I was in speech therapy all the time. I was very much a prima donna growing up, and I was always running on 10. Like, it felt like 100 words trying to leave out at the same time.
Oh, your mind was moving faster than your mouth?
Yes. So I was being put in positions of go big or go home. You know, if it was having to do the morning announcements, if it was this guy calling me in class when it's like have to read out loud and everything, putting me
Popcorn
on the
reading?
spot. Yes, popcorn reading and all that stuff. And I tell my brother because honestly, he kind of deals with the same thing as well. And I have to tell him that our impediment isn't a neurological thing, it's more psychological. I get mine from self doubt, anxiety, and feeling like I have to say the right answer all the time. I gotta be right
You
on terms.
know, you have to be prepared for every situation. Like you have to know what.
I gotta be in control. Bump all that. Forget all that. Just be here, be in the moment. Learn your tools. Breathe. You gotta breathe. Gotta breathe. And be comfortable with yourself before you could try to be comfortable around other people. That's what I'll say. For sure. And get some money. And get some money. Yeah.
So much.
That way. You hear me knocking? Let me in. Yeah.
You're so funny. So how do you overcome those anxieties and doubts? What do you know, how do you keep moving forward?
Run. I run as hard as I can, as fast as I can. I can't lay down with everything that's on my mind. It'd be like, oh, you can't fall asleep, do some push-ups. Oh, you got so much on your mind, you don't know how to get it out, write it down. I can't stand still when I feel like there's more pressure just being on me. I gotta go. Kind of like when people are depressed, they just clean up. They do something and they get the result afterwards. They get that dopamine. Okay, I completed something. I feel a lot better. Something like that. Yeah. Like right now, I'm thinking about jumping out the window. What do you do in an anxious situation? You get out that situation.
That's so cartoonish,
by any means.
jumping out the window.
By any means. worry about the consequences later.
How do you deal with intrusive thoughts?
I bite my tongue. I bite my tongue. Nah, because this is coming from a person that really just said whatever was on their mind. And I don't remember half of the things I used to say back in middle school. But if there's a quote of me out there, I probably said that. I was very much a wild case, I would say. Bit of an asshole. You can censor that out. That's okay. But yeah, I had to realize that how I was treating people and how I wanted to be treated wasn't equivalent.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. I gave too much BS for people, I'll say. Being overly going. And then once I'm trying to chill and I'm calm, they're like, oh, what's wrong with you? It's like, nah, I actually just want to chill today. I actually got nothing smart
Like
to
he's
say.
expecting the same. I see.
Yeah. And I can't even be mad at them. I did that to myself.
Mm-hmm.
That was me overcompensating. And
Wow.
because, yeah, I'm in the outside looking in, but it's like at the time, that's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the crowd at the same time, you know? So felt like I was jumping the hurdle to get in.
So can you think of a moment when that shift occurred? Like when did you realize that you needed to do something different?
15, 16, I realized I don't know nothing. I don't know a damn thing in life. Like
Humbling.
that was when the prima donna mind started to crack, and I was just like, you know, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. And I just got the headphones in. I was so busy of trying to be the life of the room or be, I guess, the loudest. And you know what they say about the loudest. So I had to learn what it meant to be quiet and all that.
What
yeah.
you're saying is like so, like it just correlates so much with like my life too, and just like things that have been happening in my life and in my family as well. It's kind of crazy. It's like really, really crazy. But yeah, that's so introspective.
For sure. I mean, I guess from years of trying to be so deep and stop trying to make the right answer, the answer just come to you. That's just what it is. Your heart is going to know more than what your mind wants to do. type thing.
You seem like you've like reached a certain point of like mentally, like you seem more at peace. Like obviously we've known each other for a while. And I remember us having a conversation about your image and you showing me like you took a whole bunch of your pictures off your Instagram. But then when I was looking at your Instagram again, a lot of them were back up. Was that what was the reason behind that?
I don't know. I guess because it was one point where I wanted to hide my face more. People told me it looks like in your pictures, like you're there, but you're not there. It was like a candid photo or whatever. And it's like I said, like when it's time for me to make art and make music, I want the music to speak for itself. But if I'm just making a post, then it's just me type thing. So like, yeah. Yeah, to put it like that, it's like, if it's not black and white, it's just a day in the life.
So just to wrap up, what's one thing that you want your audience to know about you?
What's one thing that I want the audience to know about me? I'm just here, man. I'm here. I'm just like you, trying to figure out what this life thing is. And it's okay. We don't got all the answers, but we know where our heart is, where we want to be with our heart and with our mind. And I want y'all to know yourselves.
Any last words?
Yeah, I got a list of people I have to shout out. Definitely some people that should also do this, just should do this as well. AUR, I'm calling you out. Ish, I'm calling you out. Take Noel, phenomenal voice. And I know he's working on an album right now, and I know it's gonna be great. I'm calling you out. Davey, Jalen, Jill Poses. Yes, Jalen. That's one of, like, you know, what's saying, peers. That was one of the people that I just sat down to study from him. Type, like, yeah, like him. But yeah, if you know me and I know you, get here. Build this community. It's all love. I appreciate y'all considering me. I am a artist / full-time worker / human / I like pie. I like cartoons and all that stuff. I'm just me.
Well, thank you, Marcellus, for coming up here.
Thank you, Miss Song. Shout out to Mr. James too,
yes,
man, for making this happen.
Yes, so feel free to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Backyard Media with your occasional host, K2 Slay, aka Kayla Song.
Timmy.
Womp womp womp.